Hi, in this video, we're going to be working on Chapter 1, Section 5. Really 3 topics. The first one is exponents or powers. The second one is the order of operations. And the last one will be the application of averaging numbers, averages. All right, so jumping right in here. In this expression, 5 with that small number 3 on the top, this is called, that little 3 up there is called the exponent of 3 or the power of 3. And what it means is it tells us how many times the bottom number, the larger base, is called the base, how many times we should repeat it. So 5 to the 3 or 5 to the third is equal to 5 times 5 times 5. All right, so I'm going to give a couple more examples. And we'll do a few problems with the exponents. Okay, so I'm just going to write out a string of numbers. Okay. And how about I put a 7 over here and a 2. Okay, so it's some numbers, and really these are all multiplied, so I'll put the little dots here. And I want to write this multiplication product as in the exponent notation. So first I want to bring together, like I'll use one of those properties and that it doesn't matter which way your factors are. When you go to multiply, you can change the order that you multiply in, right? So I can collect the 2s, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and another one. And 4 7s. Okay, so now I'm going to write the base of 2 once and count up how many times. 6 of the 2s and 4 of the 7s. So this is written in exponential form. Okay, so just to use that definition of exponential form, let's go ahead and look at what 9 to this 2 powered, 9 squared. Okay, so that's 9 times 9, because the base of 9 is repeated twice. And that gives me 81. Okay, we can sort of multiply these together. So I can ask you to write this expression, which is in exponent form, and I want you to write it in standard form. So this is, write this number in standard form. And standard form is our regular form for writing numbers, using what we normally do with place value and all. So this is 8 times 8 times 8. And we'll think about that as a unit, and 4 times 4 as another unit. Okay, and then you guys can pause the video and fill in the multiplication here, but figure out what 8 times 8 times 8 is. 512, and 4 times 4 is 16. All right, and again, I'm going to set this multiplication up. Okay, and so this one, let's just kind of take your time, put your head down, work this multiplication problem, and I'm going to pause the camera here, and I'll turn it back on once I have it done. So you can as well pause the camera. Okay, so resuming, this is my multiplication, and I get 8,192. Okay, so we're going to continue and to the word problem that is on the My Math Lab. Approximately 10,000 seedlings were planted in a state forest. Express this number in terms of a power of 10. So approximately 10,000. So we want to express 10,000, the 10,000 seedlings. Okay, so we're going to express 10,000 as 10 to some power. Okay, so there's a rule that you can use to help you out with these kinds of expressions. And if you have trouble remembering what that exponent should be, it is the number of zeros. So we're going to put that 4 up there. But I do want to give you another way to remember it. I know that 10 is equal to 10 to the 1, because any number is equal to itself raised to the 1 power, right? And we also, it's pretty easy for us to remember that 10 times 10 is 100. And we see here then power of 1 means a 1 with 1 0. I'm going to exchange this to the other side. Power of 2 is 1 with 2 zeros. So that when we have 4 zeros, it's 10 to the power 4. Okay, there we go. That's it really for our exponents. You'll get some practice both in class and in my math lab. So next I want to discuss a little bit about order of operations. So for order of operations, we're going to be given, and when we're given an expression, this tells us which operation to do first. And the order of operations, some of you maybe know a little memory device, PEMDAS. So we can kind of talk about that. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, left to right. So look left to right in an expression, and all of the multiplication and divisions will be ordered by how far left they are. And as addition and subtraction from left to right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick example here. We might want to look at the expression 34 minus 9 times 3. So we see a subtraction, which is all the way down here in the order, and a multiplication, which is just above it. So the first thing we have to do is the multiplication. There's only one. We get 34 minus 9 times 3, 27. Okay. And then you're going to take that quick subtraction, right? 34 minus 27, 7 equals 7. Okay. And then we'll just do the next example. 7 plus 3 times 4 times 6 squared. Okay. So looking through, we do have everything now. We have an addition. We have a multiplication. We have some parentheses, and we have an exponent. So we really kind of get to go through the whole list here. All right. And the first thing that we should do is the parentheses. So we go over to the parentheses to solve them first. So when we look inside the parentheses, we have to see what's needed to be done, and what we have to do here is the exponent inside the parenthesis. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. All right, and then we're still working to clear the parenthesis. 6 36 times 4 is 144. Please pause the video anytime to work through the arithmetic and then come back. That's exactly what you'll need to do to get accuracy on the tests and quizzes, is to stop and, you know, just check your work all the time. And so the next thing that we have to do is the multiplication. 3 times 144 is that's 432. And finally, addition. Addition is our last operation here. So 439. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to make this a 2-part video. I'm going to pause here and I'll pick you up and we'll finish up. I'm going to do a little bit more with the order of operations, and then we'll work right into averages.